What's good, y'all? I'm gonna give a breakdown on how I made the beat for Chokehold by Miles Minnick, featuring EmmanuelDaProphet. Thank you, Lord. Yes!
Got this thing in a chokehold. Demon time on decline, I'm on glow mode. Make it slaps, I'ma snap like them.
Okay, so my vision with this beat was I wanted it to sound dark and suspenseful, kind of like edgier seat type, like that type of vibe, kind of vintage. That's what I was going for. And so I started out with some strings. It's like some old Hollywood sounding strings. So with the chords, I just kept it real simple. And then I layered it. So I just played it like this. So now that we got the base of the beat, we just build around that. The strings give the perfect vibe I was looking for. Now we just try to find ways to build around that. So the next thing I put in was a bass, like a bass guitar. And like I said, I wanted it to sound like more vintage. And a lot of times in those more vintage like samples and stuff like that, you'll hear bass. So I added in a bass guitar. And I just kept it super simple, just like this. So now that we got the strings in the bass line, I layered on some high keys in there to give it more of a suspenseful feel, just kind of going with that same vibe that we already got. And if you haven't already realized, when I make beats, I always start with melody. And so this one's no different. I made the whole melody and then I moved to drums. But yeah, let me show you the keys real quick though. So once again, just a very simple pattern. I just played it like this. So the last melodic element of the beat was a sample. And how I used it was I chopped it and I layered it on certain parts of the chords. And you can hear in the beginning of I use that same sample in the beginning of the beat, like in the intro. And then I chopped it up more and I like splice it in throughout the beat. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. All right, so now that we got the whole melody, this is what it sounds like. So now that we got the melody, it gave me a clear picture of how I wanted to do the drums. I wanted to sound very Detroit with the two-step hi-hat pattern, real simple. I wanted to sound Detroit. And so this is how I did it. I started with the 808s. So this beat actually has 3 different 808 patterns and it kind of progresses through the verses to make up for the simplicity of the bass notes. I also knew I wanted to throw in a little curveball 808 pattern, one that sounds like very different. And so that's when I threw in this one. And the producers might be thinking, bruh, didn't he put a bass line earlier? How is there even an 808? But he got 2 basses. But what I did was I EQ'd out the lows on the bass line. So the 808 and the bass line don't clash. I EQ'd out so the 808 comes fully through. Because if I had just kept the lows from the bass line and the lows from the 808, little engineer tip, if I had kept the lows from the 808 and the lows from the bass line, it would have clashed and the 808 wouldn't have been punching like it is. So yeah, that's how I did that. I EQ'd out the lows on the bass line. And so from there, I just added in the kick, rim shot, some hats, and then various percussion and a stomp. And so this is what that sounds like together. And so with that thrown in, here's a final product. Thank y'all for the love, man. Y'all been running up that song. I'm telling you right now, Miles' album Holographic is about to go stupid. It's about to go crazy. I'm excited to share it with y'all, man.